Today I'm going to talk a little bit about proper exposure in an image, and on the camera how the shutter speed and aperture can affect the exposure in an image and getting proper exposure in an image. There is a third part of exposure that people often talk about, ISO, and we'll get to that at another time. We're going to simplify it and just talk about aperture and shutter speed first. Before we get to that, we need to talk about proper exposure or correct exposure. That's when there is the correct amount of light in an image to see the detail and everything that you want to see in an image. It's like when you walk into a dark room and it's so dark you can't see anything. There's not enough light to see detail. That's underexposed. Or if you've been in a movie theater all day and then you walk out into the outside and boom, it's super bright and you can't see anything for a bit until your eyes adjust. Well, that super brightness is overexposed and you can't see detail because it's too bright. So, getting proper exposure could be correlated to filling this glass with water. So filling this glass with water right to the top is properly exposed. With the faucet, we can fill this a few different ways. One way is put the faucet on low and fill it up slowly. And it takes a while to fill up, but you'll fill it up precisely right to the top. So as you can see, it is taking quite a while. So when I talk about camera settings and relating it to the faucet, how much I turn the faucet on is similar to the aperture, because the aperture is actually an opening inside the lens. So if I turn the faucet on a tiny bit, I have the opening inside the faucet open just a little bit. If I open up the aperture just a little bit on a camera, then it's letting light in slowly, much like this is letting water out slowly. So if you're just getting a little bit of light or a little bit of water into the glass at a time, it takes longer to fill up. The other option is to crank it wide open, and a lot of water comes flying out fast, and this fills up quickly. So wide open aperture or wide open faucet, it fills up quickly. Small opening for the faucet, it takes longer to fill up. So how long it takes to fill up is like the shutter speed. So if it is a small opening in the aperture, it takes longer to fill up. If it's a wide open aperture, it fills up quickly. So that's the aperture and shutter speed correlation with proper exposure.